Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sade from angrylemongaming.com, here to bring you a quick tutorial on how to play Vladimir. He's one of my favorite champions. He is so versatile in so many different ways, and I'm here to show you why this is. Items that I start with at the beginning, I get some ability power right off the bat. I go Amplifying Tome, and I'll go into it a little bit more as items as the game progresses. And you always want to pick up pots for the remaining amount of money that you have at the starting of the game. This instance, the health pot is the best thing for me. Since Vladimir does not use mana, I'm using a health pot. Alright, I'm playing with bots today, so as we know, I will be having an additional person up top with me, as Vladimir is ideally played mid lane because he can sustain pretty much forever. Going over his abilities real quick, Transfusion, it's what you want to max out first, so we'll go ahead and put a point in that, and it deals damage and also regains health to you, and it is the money maker on Vlad, in my opinion, because this is what gives you your health back, which allows you to take more damage and stay in the lane much longer. You also have Sanguine Pool, which makes you in a pool of blood, which ultimately makes you right next to invulnerable. There are a few spells that do still hurt you, but not very many. And in fact, you can use that to get out of many spells and a lot of different ultimates that people do cast. You see, right off the bat, the Q does quite a bit of damage. It will actually take down NASA Spot here in a second. We'll just ignite him just because it's easiest. And in a normal game, that's what we'd use. And level 2, what we're going to level up is Sanguine Pool, because it does give you a great escape mechanic. If you get jumped all of a sudden, you can pool. It's going to get rid of the slows, make you invulnerable if someone stuns you. It also lets you drop aggro from a tower. It is a very get out of jail free spell, as you might say. Again, as I said, it's important to max transfusion. So level 3, I'm going to get transfusion again, and I'm going to wait till level 4 to get my Tides of Blood. And part of the reason for that is, well, I want to gain more health and do more damage with my Q. And what's really important is that it reduces the cooldown. And here recently, that's actually, Vlad got nerfed and had his cooldown reduced drastically, or increased, sorry, not decreased. With the right runes and masteries, you could have a 1 second Q, which is quite. I'll show you that. Also, another thing your pool does do, it does slow. And our lovely bots are not very bright today, which I don't know if they ever have been, but yes. Let's go ahead and we'll fast forward. Well, we'll show you level 4 first. Tides of Blood. What it does, it shoots out these little finger things of blood at however many targets are in range. And I'll show you. Just like that, and it hits everything. It deals a fair amount of damage with it, but it gives you this, which for every attack you do, it increases your Q, and it also increases the health gain from your Q. So that's something that you can know if you're laying in against someone and you're just kind of doing a little poking, poke here and there. The way to kind of maximize your damage is, throw that out, throw your ties of blood before you throw your Q. Not only are you going to do more damage, you're also going to gain more health. It does take away health to use your ties of blood, but it still gains more health in the long run, especially once your transfusion cooldown is reduced even more. It allows you to keep them stacks on so that you can use your Q 2 or 3 times. Let's see here. Just to show you, see, I just got hurt pretty bad there, but I was able to pool. They couldn't target me. They couldn't do anything. Oh, hopefully I don't die here. 4 health, how about that? Is that pro or what? I'll just gain some health back. But I'll go ahead and kill these and speed it up and show you some items. Alright, I have a fair amount of money now, and I'm kind of going to go over some of the items. I would say 90% of the time I go with my cooldown reduction boots. The reason being is I want to max my cooldown reduction really as fast as possible. So, in fact, that's what I'm going to go ahead and get. Another amazing item for Vlad is Hextech's Revolver, because A, it does give you ability power, and secondly, it gives you Spell Vamp. And what Spell Vamp does, it increases the amount life gain from all your spells that you do. And since I gain a lot of health anyway, you really gain a lot more this way. Also picked up my ultimate while I had you guys away while I was speeding this up. And here in a second, once I get into a little fight, I'll show you how the ultimate works. Ultimate is a wonderful way to start a team fight. The reason that being is with your ultimate on person, they take increased damage. And if you start at the beginning, all your members of your team are obviously, hopefully, alive, and allows you to put out a little extra damage onto everyone to hopefully win you that team fight. We'll go ahead, we'll wait for the cooldowns, and we'll just ult him. And we'll pool, and as you see, it puts a dot on him is what it really does, and the dot increases 14% of the damage for 5 seconds, and then it also inflicts at level 1 150 points of damage, and then obviously whatever your spell power is on top of it. As you can see, I went back and I got another amplifying tome, and the reason for that is my next item that I build is Morello's Evil Tome. And you may think, hey, you don't have mana, why get the mana regen? Well, I like the cooldown reduction from this. I'll explain the rest of this here in a second. So I finish these guys up, but I'll just kind of show you how potent Vlad really is. Oh, Malphite stole my kill. The next ability that you want to level up, as you saw that, I just put another point in the Sanguine Pool. So you want to max Transfusion, and then I max my Pool second. And the reason I max my Pool second over Ties of Blood is because, again, the cooldown reduction. If I can pool in a team fight 2 or maybe even 3 times, that can be the deciding factor if if I'm going to live and gain enough health to keep poking in and out there at the end, and ultimately I've seen pentakills off of it. Going back over to that why would I get Morello's Evil Tome? The reason for this is it does give the cooldown reduction, which it's going to max my cooldown reduction to 40%, which is max. And secondly, it's going to give me ability power. The reason I go this route is I wouldn't get any other cooldown reduction items, and by doing this allows me to maximize my cooldown reduction and my ability power. It does give the mana MP5, but we just don't worry about that. Here at level 9. Level 9 is where Vlad really takes form. As you can see, Q is at a 2.61, so yeah, a little less than every 3 seconds. So really you can poke and hit hard with that. Again, we always want to start with our Ties of Blood, so you can get that stack going. And allow you to do a little bit more damage. Now you do have to be kind of conscious on Vlad, because every time you do use one of your abilities, besides your Q ability, it actually does take away some of your health. So here, as you can see, I'm almost full health, and I pool. As you can notice how much life I just lost there. So it's best not to pool full health. In fact, hold off on it for as long as you possibly can. That way, you minimize the amount of health you lose, because it is a percentage base of how much health you currently have, not your total maximum health. Now let's show you a quick little how to kind of avoid the turret. See how I pooled, and the turret automatically dropped off me, which allowed me to run down Shen there at the tower without dying due to turret aggro. Here, I'll show you one more time, just for a reference to how much life I really lose now with how little health I have when I pool. I mean, I barely lost 50 health, which is much better than 3 to almost 4 bars, so almost 400 health. So I thank you for watching our guide. This is Sharday from angrylemongaming.com. If you have any questions, I will go over our runes and masteries at angrylemongaming.com. So come check us out.